75-year-old President Omar Hassan Ahmed al-Bashir has ruled Sudan for nearly 30 years. He seized power in an Islamist-backed military coup in 1989 and immediately dissolved the elected government. In 1989, Sudan was Africa's largest country in geographical terms, and Bashir presided over a restless south, populated by black African Sudanese, and a wealthy north, dominated by Arab Sudanese. By 2011, when South Sudan became a sovereign state, millions had lost their lives through decades of war between North and South. Soldiering and war have defined Bashir's life. As an army commander, he spearheaded operations against the late John Garang, leader of the Sudan People's Liberation Movement, who were fighting for the South's freedom. Bashir lived on while Garang was killed in a helicopter crash just months after a peace deal was signed. Even as Bashir signed one peace agreement, another conflict was intensifying in Sudan's western region of Darfur, which pitted Arab Janjaweed militias against local ethnic groups like the Masalit, Fur, and Zahawa. President Bashir, who openly backed the Janjaweed militia, denied genocide was taking place and disputed the statistics while the world watched the brutality play out. The International Criminal Court issued warrants for his arrest in March 2009 and in July 2010, charging Bashir with 5 counts of crimes against humanity, 2 counts of war crimes, 3 counts of genocide for his army's actions in Darfur. In 2015, a South African court considered pressing the ICC's arrest warrants, but Bashir made his stay in Johannesburg a short one. And in any case, the Zuma government said they would not permit his arrest since he was a guest of the African Union. On the home front, Bashir won 2 elections in 2010 and 2015, which were largely boycotted by the opposition, but cemented his hold on power. But on December the 19th, 2018, the firm ground he walked no longer seemed secure. Sudanese citizens took to the streets to protest the high cost of living, even burning his National Congress Party headquarters in the city of Atbara. What began as protests over the price of bread quickly became protests over Bashir and his continuing rule. As the protests continued this January, rights groups like Amnesty International say over 40 people have died and more than 1,000 have been arrested in a security clampdown where live bullets were fired at protesters. Bashir has often shown an uncanny ability to adapt to changing circumstances. After hosting Osama bin Laden in the 1990s, he adapted enough for the United States to lift the trade embargo in place for decades in October 2017. But Sudan remains on the state sponsors of terrorism list. While his actions in Darfur made him a pariah in the West, Bashir continues to enjoy the support of other Arab governments like Egypt and Qatar, who are wary of street scenes reminiscent of the Arab Spring. But it is his people, not his friends, Bashir must convince that his rule is still the best option for Sudan. Convincing his people to let him stay on will be no easy task. Can he survive? Farai Sebenzo, CNN.